New season, new reviews. I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a very good first episode to start off a series. Beginning, I particularly liked. It kind of threw me for a loop a lot. There's some modern soldiers, but they had longbows, which was, of course, really awesome. I also very much liked the creativity of the hand mines. Missy's hands that came up out of the ground and they're creepy. Now I keep thinking of that whenever I'm seeing hands. Also terrifying things is how Colonel Sraff, how he just glided across the floor. It doesn't seem like it'd be something much that would make you terrified, but just the unnatural motion that he took to get places, I think made it a little bit creepy and just kind of felt a little wrong. So I thought that worked really well. And I liked that it then connected with how he's basically a whole bunch of snakes, which I did not see coming at all. Of course, one of the other reasons I loved this episode was all of the references to the classic series. Davros back again, which I know has been brought up in the New Who, but brought back to the fact that he was at some point a human. Then all the different quotes and clips from previous incarnations of the Doctor meeting up with Davros, plus earlier the Doctor saying that he was wearing a bow tie and a really long scarf. And then of course Unit is back, and I always love when Unit gets involved because it always ends up being hilarious. I mean, with the classic series it was a little bit more just, look, bumbling soldiers doing stupid things. Kate seems to have updated Unit a lot more, and they seem actually more on top of things, which is always good. Also, that entire scene was just all like female power, which is really cool because you got Kate's in charge, Clara's there, and whoever that other female technician was. The three of them are just, they're on top of it. Plus then Missy's back, and of course great entrance from her as well with, hey Missy, you're so fine, you blow my mind, hey Missy. I did also like the reminder that the Doctor and the Master are friends. It was brought up once in New Who, but I do always enjoy the early episodes where they're clearly enemies, but it doesn't seem like they're actually ever going to kill each other. And you can see it a little bit more from the Doctor's side because it's Doctor Who, not Master Who. So you see more that he cares for the Master a lot. A little bit harder to see that the Master cares for him. But even I just finished reading a Doctor Who novel by Mark Gatiss, and the Master just kind of saved the Doctor again. He then tried to kill him, but he was still going to save him first. And of course then the Doctor has a great entrance. I think it's just a requirement of being a Time Lord. You have to know how to have a really dramatic entrance. So I can imagine Peter Capaldi having a whole lot of fun with that, since I know that he was in a rock band at one point with Craig Ferguson, which, seriously, I want videos of that. I don't know how I necessarily feel about us returning to the Daleks again. That's a lot of criticism that I see online that I kind of agree with. Daleks, I mean, yes, they are a classic Who villain, but they kind of just keep getting redone and redone and redone. I think the possible saving grace of this is that it seems to be less focused on the Daleks themselves and more on Davros and his sort of relationship with the Doctor and how he abandoned him, and now all these years later he still remembers. I'll reserve judgment on that until the second part of the episode. I'm also pretty sure that Missy's not dead and Clara's not dead, and I don't think the Doctor's going to exterminate Davros as it hints that he might at the end. It seems a little bit out of character for one, but also there'd just be so many paradoxes, because if he goes and exterminates him then he wouldn't be around to come back and kill him, and I'm like, no. You usually do a pretty good job of avoiding paradoxes, so something's going somewhere. And I think it didn't look like Clara was really that worried. It looks like she was more trying to figure something out. And they still had the vortex manipulators on their wrists, right? So something had to have happened there. Plus, we didn't see an explanation for how Missy is still alive, which is cool. I'm fine with them just be like, yeah, the Master always lives, move on. Great. I feel like it was kind of like a similar idea, because it looked like Missy was gone, and poof, gone. And a similar thing happened now with the Daleks, zapping her and going, poof, gone. But I don't think she's gone. Of course, all in all, I really did like this episode. I am interested to see how it will all connect at the end, especially since the title didn't seem to have any relevance to the actual episode. If you guys have any theories or thoughts on the episode, leave them down in the comments below, and I will see you next week. Allons-y.